expanding your global reach, what simultaneous interpretation can bring to your events. This edition of Convene TV is supported by the Calgary TELUS Convention Center. What does it take to succeed with an international audience? Today we're exploring one of the key factors, overcoming the language barrier.
Absolutely. It's a challenge that affects not only your attendee base, it can affect your speakers as well. And simultaneous interpretation just might be the solution. At this year's PCMA Education Conference, Kirsten O'Lean was looking for a way to include the best speakers regardless of their native language.
You know, the first time I started thinking about it actually was when I was working with my program committee on their meeting actually last year in 2015. And I noticed that when the program committee was talking about various speakers, they would say things like, well, his English isn't that great, or, you know, we'd love to have someone from that country, but they tend to not have English skills that are strong enough to be able to present. And it started me thinking, like, are we missing out potentially on having the right scientists to be giving the talks if we're eliminating them because of language?
Kirsten attended a session that explored how to use simultaneous interpretation.
Here's how it works. Attendees wear headsets and select a channel based on the language they prefer. Then a professional interpreter translates the session in real time.
The translator sits in a booth that's soundproof. Now, that can be cumbersome to include in a small session room, but providers have other options.
If you have a room where a booth won't fit, then looking at doing it in a remote environment where we can set the booth into another area and then have cameras in the room so that the interpreter can see what's happening and can see what the people are saying and listen as well. And then you will have the booth outside or booths outside, but yet you still be able to provide interpretation within the room because they can see and we can still use the equipment that will provide the interpretation for the attendees.
Now, I have seen several associations using simultaneous interpretations at various events, but I've really never used it myself. Many people tell me it's pretty easy.
Actually, I was in the session with Kirsten at EduCon, and I had a chance to listen in on the headsets. It's not only easy to navigate, but it's more than just translation. The interpreter really picks up on the speaker's nuances and delivers a true account of what they're saying. Now, I got the chance to speak with Shannon Watson, who is with Rotary International, and she told me that the SI presence at her show continues to grow, and she described how easy it is for her attendees to figure it out.
The piece is really just not any more complicated than using an iPod. If you can control your volume and control your channel on your iPod, you can do it on the simultaneous interpretation equipment as well.
Now, when it comes down to the cost question, of course, sponsorships could help offset that.
As they can. You can definitely sell a sponsorship on the headsets, and you can add a customized logo. You can also consider charging a nominal fee for people who want to use the service.
For more information on simultaneous interpretation or to check out other stories like these, just head to pcmaconvene.org. For Convene TV, produced by CNTV, I'm Ed Hyland.
And I'm Kimberly Bottom. Thanks for watching.
Wow, wow.